Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gananaam Tva Ganapatigam Navamahi Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata An Shrinvannotibhisida Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते. Tattwabodho vidhiyate. Okay, so today we are going to see amongst the sixfold wealth that we were in, the topic that was going on was the sixfold wealth. And in that, we have already seen Shamahakaha, Manonigraha. We have already seen Damahakaha, that is Chakshurati Bahyendriya Nigraha. And last time we saw Upramahaka, that is Swadharmanushtanam Eva. What is this Upramaha? What is this withdrawal? It is to engage the mind in one's own Swadharma, the observance of one's own Dharma. That was Upramaha. Now today we come to the next, that is the fourth one of the sixfold wealth, that is Titiksha. So Titiksha, we will just read the verse and then we will go ahead. See this. Titiksha ka शीतोष्ण सुख दुखादि सहिष्णुत्वं. तितिक्षा का शीतोष्ण सुख दुखादि सहिष्णुत्वं. So what is titiksha? Titiksha means what? So titiksha means to, sahishnutvam means to undergo, to endure. The endurance of all the sheet, ushna means the cold or the heat. Sukha dukha means the joys and the sorrows. To endure the pain and the joy and heat and the cold. This is called titiksha in short. So titiksha ka. We will see this titiksha and then we will move to the next one, that is shraddha. So now titiksha. Titiksha, I told you like last time that all these six-fold wells are quietness in some or the other kind. So they are telling us to quieten our actions, to quieten our mind, to quieten our uh, sense organs, all those things. So here now, this is at the level of difficulties. So quietness at the level of difficulties, this is called the titiksha. So titiksha, see, we all need tolerance. We all have to. This is called tolerance. Titiksha means to tolerate, to have a lot of tolerance, endure everything, whatever comes our way, continuously endure. Sometimes the question may arise that is it proper to endure so much? Shouldn't we react? Or am I a machine not to react? People may think like that. But here we will now know that this is a kind of wealth that we have. And we can generate this wealth also through a lot of practice. Slowly, slowly, when we practice this, it increases. So we will go into the details. So intolerance is a kind of thought which makes us very impatient, which makes us intolerant, which makes us react to things, to small, small things, to not to see a big picture, and then to react to the people around, and we add to the chaos around, and it does not serve the purpose actually. The purpose of spirituality is what? Purpose of spirituality is to spread quietness, to spread happiness, and through whatever means it can be done, it should be done. And the instruments to help in the spreading or expanding of such thoughts are called wealth. So this is also a wealth in us. We have to see that in the definition of wealth, we had seen that there are some kinds of wealth that is gross, some kind of wealth that is not seen, some kinds of wealth that may be in the bank, some kind of wealth that is inside our mind, that will give us some power, that will give us some ability, increase, enhance our abilities of joys, of giving joys, of quietude. So that is why this is a very, very important wealth. So this titiksha, this should be, we should try to increase our titiksha day by day, little by little, not at once. Baby steps. We are all seekers on this path. Then we should try to increase this type of thoughts that is good for us. So at the physical level also, at all the three levels, that is the body, the mind, the intellect, we need a titiksha. What do you mean by titiksha? Let us go step by step, little by little. So when we are shifting our attention to a bigger picture, somebody in our house must have done a lot for us. Suppose we take the case of our mother, example of our mother. So mother, she does so much for us. She sacrificed so much for us. Every time we demand something and beyond her capacities, she's always there to do for us. And one time, if she scolds us, at that time, what should be our duty? Our duty should be to see the bigger picture, to see that how much she has sacrificed for me, how much she has loved me. A, a, a nut like me who does not deserve any love, but still she has made so much food. She has fed me, she has served me, she has done so much for me, she has taught me good, good things. So if she has scolded me for something or reprimanded me or not given me something, then I should see the bigger picture and tolerate it. So what happens when I see a bigger picture? The power to tolerate in me increases. Wherever, if a friend, suppose we take the example of a friend, that the friend, I said hi to him, Hari Om, how are you? He did not reply. He just looked away from me and started walking the other way. I said, "What's the matter? What happened suddenly? Everything was okay till this morning. Suddenly, what happened? Is anything wrong?" I went to him again. I asked him, "What's the matter?" He again walked up. I am left without any clue. What is happening? Now, what should be done? Now we have to have a bigger picture. If we want to develop the Tiksha, we have to have a bigger picture. Maybe something is wrong because he's not his usual self. If he was in his usual self, he would have greeted me or at least responded properly. But now he's not responding, not looking at me, walking away. So something must be wrong. I may not be the reason. Why always put yourself in the eye of the storm? No, that's not right. Keep yourself away. There may be some situation in his house, or his mind is not in the right frame to respond right now. Give him some time. After some time, he'll be back. Everybody bounces back. Nobody is always there, always in some moods or in some sorrows. Not like that. He will jump uh, back again, bounce back again. So give him some time. This is what the Diksha helps us to see everything in a bigger picture. Similarly, if something is wrong with my situation, that at present my situation may not be right. So again, I have to go back and apply this Diksha with my situation also, saying that, okay, Bhagwan has given this, Bhagwan has given this challenging situation to me. It may be for my betterment only. He wants something to come out from my personality, and he wants to design my personality somewhat better. So that is why I should help him. It is not that always he has given me thorns only. Most of the times it was bed of roses and I had a nice cakewalk. This time the cake is filled. Never mind. Never mind. Let me see what Bhagwan wants. So when we have this bigger picture in our life, then with practice it comes. It is not very natural. See, these things have to be cultivated. And if a person has this, congratulations, if you have it, that means you have cultivated in your past births and you are born with those thoughts. So these are type of thoughts. So these thoughts are actually what? They are wealth. The ability to absorb the negatives around us should increase bit by bit. Every day we should try to increase this because what you see, what we respond is a habit. That's a habit of the thought, the habit of the mind. The thoughts come. So habitually we respond. So habitually we can try to bring in better thoughts. Every time we respond, we should go inside and try to retrospect whether this was the best response I could give. A seeker does that, and we are all seekers. So we should go inside, and after any response, we should go inside and see, retrospect, talk to yourself, ask yourself, was this the best response that was expected out of me? Or could I have given some better response? This will make a chisel our personality. We are our own sculptors. We have to make beautiful carvings out of our personality. That is the beauty of spirituality, actually. This is the beauty. It is not only in puja, in rituals, in jap, in tap. I'm not denying that that's an important part, that it plays an important role. But even our Personality should emanate the fragrance, the beauty, the quietude that people flock around you like bees around the flower, like bees around the lotus. They're attracted towards your personality, that wow, what a beautiful personality. I want to meet him or her again. I want to talk to him again. I want to share this problem with him again. Let me see on this point or on this issue, what is his view? Let me go and ask him. Let me discuss with him. So when we start cultivating, this does not come naturally. One can cultivate all this. So that is why called wealth. See, Bhagavad, if we take the example of Lord Ram, of Lord Krishna, their lives were not easy. Their lives were not at all easy. Lord Ram had to undergo so much. He must have had so much of titiksha. Being a prince, staying in the in the palaces, beautiful thalis, beautiful golden thalis, plates he used to eat it. And then suddenly one night, he goes into the forest and there he's eating on the stones. He's eating on the leaf plates. And what is he eating? Not all the lavish food of the palace, but roots and bulbs and herbs, all these things, fruits he's eating. So suddenly, the change in the scenario, how should he have responded? But his responses were so cool, so dignified, so full of gravity that even now you feel that each and every move of his, response of his, made the people around him, the tribes around him, the animals around him, the rishi munis around him, so peaceful, so calm. They wanted to be around him. They wanted to be around him. They wanted to see him. Even the monkeys, even the animals around him, they just went and they were just around him. So this is the magnanimity. This is the fragrance of one's personality that one should try to inculcate in himself. And once he increases, he makes it a habit that I'm going to tolerate a lot. The situations around him also start changing. It's not that always he has to. Sometimes we maybe having a thought that if I tolerate a lot, people will take undue advantage of me. It's not always like that. Sometimes it may be, but Bhagwan will surely help us when we are trying to be on the path of spirituality. These things help, and Bhagwan also comes and helps us. So you take the life, any life of great people, great personalities, you take the lives of Bhagwan, you take the lives of uh, the Rishi Munis, all of them had a lot of tolerance in them, lot of tolerance. So you have to live with Dvandva. Dvandva means what? Pairs of opposites. We see like in the definition it was said, Sheet and Ushna, Sukh and Dukh. So all these pairs of opposites are continuously hitting us. They are in a queue. They'll be hit. Either it is hitting us right now or they'll be there in the future. So we have to make our mind ready for that. So we have to be ready to live with the pair of opposites always. So that we don't, I am not, I don't have a very, that I don't want that. I don't have that thought that I, I will reject them or I don't want them. Even if they come, even if they don't come, I am not losing my quietude. a peace of mind, that mind that I have made after so much of tapasya. I'm not going to leave that. So this is called tolerance, that hot and cool. Any situation, conducive or unconducive. Some people, I have seen in the best of situations, they can create the hell out of their behavior, out of their thoughts, out of their you know, bad taste or bad language, whatever they can create. I have seen myself. And in the worst also, I've seen that in the worst also, people can stay the best with all the quietude, with all the grace, with the kripa of the Lord. They are very, very quiet people that they are and they are uh, facing such challenges in life, but with a lot of dignity, with a lot of divinity in them. So this has to be cultivated. See, now we will go to the next point. It is Titiksha is a vritti also, and Titiksha is a power also. The power of tolerance is called Titiksha Shakti, and Titiksha vritti is the thought of tolerance. There are two things: thought of tolerance and power of tolerance. Two things. So, thought of tolerance is inside, and power to tolerate is in the body. Like we will take the example. I have a lot of anger in myself. So, that is the anger thought. Anger thought wants to do what? Anger thought wants to run away. Anger thought wants to do what? Anger thought wants to hurt someone. It will say some bad words. So, this is lust. There is a thought of lust. What is that thought of lust? It is naturally, it will take us to close to someone. It is not enjoying its own company. It will want some company. Jealousy is why this person is going ahead of me. All these are thoughts. Why is this person going ahead of me? Oh, he should not or she should not go ahead of me. I am not getting importance. I should get this importance. Why is he getting importance? This jealousy. So there are a lot of thoughts like that. The thought of tolerance also is a thought at the level of mind. To be ready. So what does it do? To be ready to take any pain. I am ready. I am ready to tolerate. Let that pain come. I'm not afraid of it. I will go through it. Come what way, I am ready for it. See, what happens is when we go to suppose, have you heard about Vaishnavi Devi? Suppose we go there, we have planned a trip to Vaishnavi Devi, or we have planned a trip to suppose Kedarnath. So when we are going there, what are we doing? We are walking slowly. We are trekking up the mountain to have darshan of Devi Ma or to have darshan of Bhagwan Shivji. We are going, we're trekking. Then what have we done? We have accepted that we are going to take some pain little by little, and I'm going to overcome that pain, and I'm going to tolerate that pain, and I'm going to reach there for to have darshan of Devi Ma. This is what my thought is. But now, from here, from the ashram, I want to go somewhere, and my vehicle is ready outside, standing outside. And what? Suddenly, I'm called, I went there, I sat down, and suddenly somebody said that the tire is punctured. And I can't go now. And I was in a hurry. And now what to do? And then what happens? My mind gets frustrated, my mind gets irritated, I'll shout. I'll ask them why you didn't take care of this. You should have seen earlier, or you should have called another cab, this and that. I'm shouting. Then, where I took the pain already, I mean, I was already, I readily took the pain. I was ready to undergo any sort of pain. But here, when I am ready to sit in the car, I'm not ready to take the thought of that tolerance anymore. So there is a difference. So when we are readily taking a little bit of pain, what is happening? My mind becomes more and more quiet, more and more powerful to accept the various difficulties, various pains and sorrows and challenges that world will throw on me. I'm ready without reacting. Just opposite to what the car example was. I'm ready to take. Similarly, here also, when we readily accept to take the pains in the world, slowly and slowly, my mind becomes powerful. My mind becomes more ready to accept the challenges. So these are pills, small pills given by the scriptures that little by little we should endure so that ultimately after a year or so, when we try to go behind and watch our minds or personalities, we will find a very vast difference in our personality. Oh, I could do this. I could tolerate this. Now my mind is not reacting at all. Wow, congratulations. Then you can pat yourself also. And it happens. So the thought of tolerance is more powerful than the power to tolerate. Power to tolerate increases. Power to tolerance means what? The Shakti of tolerance means in the body, physical body. So when there is already the thought of tolerance in the body, slowly the power to tolerate also increases. At the mind level, it is subtle. We have to slowly bring in those qualities, bring in the tolerance, the thought of tolerance, and slowly one day we will see that we can tolerate so much. I'll tell you my example. I used to have a lot of nausea in the bus, traveling in the bus. So I thought, my God, how will I manage like this? Then even now I get I have car sickness, nausea, and all those problems. But during my years of sadhana, when I was doing sadhana, I was staying back in the house and then I was going to the ashram for 20 years. Can you imagine? Around 15 years, not 20, 15 years. Around 15 years, every single day, I used to travel up and down in a bus. One time, 1.5 to 2 hours, again going back, again going back, again. Slowly, I overcame that motion sickness in the bus. Even now, I get in the cars, but not in the bus. So, because slowly, I said, okay, let me see this time. Let me sit in the front for some time. Let me see my mind. I will try to engage the mind in something else. Like that, I tried to tolerate. Otherwise, I couldn't have done seva. So slowly, the thought, what came first? The power of tolerance came first, or the thought of tolerance came first? Actually, the thought came first. So when the thought of that tolerance comes, it slowly brings in the power also. It increases, enhances the power of tolerance also. What is important? More important is the thought of tolerance. So I'll tell you a story. I don't know if I've told you before. There was a prince, and that prince was a very noble prince, and he met Bhagwan Buddha. And when Bhagwan Buddha was traveling along with his friends, along with his disciples, this prince also wanted to join them. So he came for permission, and Bhagwan Buddha saw that he is a very noble prince, and naturally, prince is born and brought up their princely ways and everything, and we are hard people. We travel a lot sometimes without food and shelter. Will this delicate prince will be able to manage with us? So he just told him that, see, we are nomads. We live a life of nomadic way, and we are travelers. We are going from one village to the other, seeking alms, seeking food, without any shelter. Sometimes rains heavily, sometimes it is scorching sun. So you have to endure so much. Are you ready for all that? So the prince said, yes, I am ready for that. Then Buddha said, okay, then come join us. So when these disciples used to have two chapatis, two rotis, this prince would have only one. When these people used to walk in the shadow of some tree or somewhere, this prince used to walk in the sun. He was practicing slowly, slowly. So these people used to laugh at him that, see how he's showing off. But actually, it was not showing off. He was trying to inculcate the power, thought he already had, power of tolerance. He was trying to inculcate or enhance his power of uh, tolerance. So because he already had the thought of tolerance, so he could endure all those pains, all those sorrows, all those joys, all those bad times, challenges, everything. When they used to walk on the grass, he used to walk on the stones. So always he tried to choose the harder path. Why? Only because he wanted to enhance the power of tolerance. So what is more important? Power of tolerance or the thought of tolerance? It is obviously the thought of tolerance. Because when the thought of tolerance is there, automatically it will bring in the power of tolerance also. There was a great saint called Swami Satyanandji Maharaj. I don't know if you have heard about him. He was a great yogacharya and used to stay in Munger in Bihar. So throughout his life, he was serving here and there and propagating yoga everywhere. So afterwards, when he got retired, he came to Munger, and Munger was very, very hot. Even now, Bihar weather is very, very hot. In the summers, when he was there in the village, in his hut, it used to be very hot, severe. So he thought, my God, it is so hot. Again and again, his mind was repelling that it is so hot, so hot, so hot, so hot. What he did, he said, I am going to do Pancha Yagya now. I am going to do Pancha Yagya, Pancha Agni Yagya. So I said, Pancha Agni Yagya, what is that? He said, okay, light four Agnis around me. I am going to sit in the sun, in the scorching sun. And yeah, it is very, very tough. So he said, I am going to sit in the sun, scorching sun. So the fifth Agni is on top, and down on all the four sides, there will be Agni Kund and continuous Agni throughout the day. I'll sit like that. Why? Because my mind is complaining. So I want to increase my power of tolerance. My thought of tolerance is already there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone for Panchagni Yagya. So in this way, in the night when he came back to his room, he felt so cool. So now my mind is not complete. In this way, we have to try to practice. We have not practiced it. We have sometimes we have to hear a lot of insults. Say a maid servant in our house. If we scold her, or a servant in our house, if we scold him, he won't mind because he has habituated to that. But if somebody scolds us in the same manner that we scold the servants, we will feel so bad. We'll get insulted. So because they are habituated, anything, if it is a habit, then automatically the tolerance comes. So we have to, as seekers, we have to have a lot of tolerance in this world. Every sphere we need tolerance. Wherever you go, with whosoever you work, even when traveling, we need. Like Supratim is traveling, right? We need tolerance there also. If something will be uncomfortable, something will be disturbing, sometimes some bad foul smell only will irritate us. Somebody will take out their shoes and then nice fragrance will disturb us. So it happens and we need this power to tolerate. The seeker, if what happens if he does not tolerate, what will happen? He will create a chaos around him. And thus the time and the energy that should have been available for him, the mind that should have been available for him, that is not there, that is gone. So what does this do? It is making our mind available in all ways so that I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for my future leap. I am ready for gaining knowledge, higher knowledge. Let them snub me, let them insult me. I see, everything has a cost. So I have to pay some cost. So here also, Titiksha also is at three levels. What are the three levels? The level of body, at the level of mind, and at the level of intellect. All these three, we need a lot of Titiksha. The level of body means what? Inconveniences are there, diseases are there, many things are there, some food habits are there. Sometimes I'm not getting proper staying conditions. Many things are there. So physical also is there. Then mind, sorrows, joys, all the things are emotional things. These will continuously love sometimes. They'll come and they'll disturb me, or maybe it will create such situation that I'm disturbed. I have to tolerate a lot. And the third point is intellectual also, honor, dishonor. Sometimes I have done so much, such a lot of work I have done, and somebody criticizes me, point blank on my face. They will criticize you. Somebody will neglect you. Somebody I have expected a lot from a person and he will neglect me. Right, outrightly will neglect me. Somebody will give me cold shoulders. Not always, every time we get very warm welcome or warmth from other people. It's not like that. Somebody will praise others in front of me. And where my mind goes, say if there are 10 people in a meeting and everybody praised me a lot, except for one person. Continuously, my mind is on that person. Why that person did not praise me? What happened? Why last time he had praised me, but this time, why? What happened? Why didn't he praise? The 10 people who already praised me, my mind won't go there. But the one person who did not, and he did not criticize me also, he just kept quiet. And somebody else he praised a bit. That only triggered my mind and my mm, now I want to know what is happening in his life. So there won't be smoothness in the situation outside every time. So what is my sadhana at such a time? My sadhana is continuously to be quiet. We haven't given. Well, we should think that I have not given love to all. I have not praised everybody every time. Why will the world praise me or give me love every time? This is not done. So continuously, we also have to be prepared. So we have to be prepared that the world will continuously give me some or the other thing to tolerate, and I have to tolerate a lot. Our Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji, he tolerated so much. All these saints have to tolerate so much. He was such a good orator. He had so much of knowledge, but still during his time, because he was not a Brahmin and because he was speaking in English, all the Upanishads, he was taking classes in English. He had to face the backlash of the Brahmin community at that time so much that you're talking this about this knowledge in the public. Amongst the ladies, you're talking this knowledge too. You are making them chant Om. And that too in English, you are giving these lectures. How much you have to tolerate. So everybody has to tolerate. Whoever rises up, he has to tolerate. Has to. The more we tolerate, the more we go ahead. So it is good that we should also do a lot of japa, puja, all these things, meditation, that will enhance our thing. Yeah. So in this way, we will increase our titiksha. So this was our titiksha. We have completed titiksha now. So do you have any questions on titiksha?
I just had one small question though. My question was that um, it's, so Titiksham 50 and the other one, Titiksham, I think
Can
it's
you type the question because your voice is not very clear as you're traveling? You can type the question in the inbox, chat box. I can't see Kashish also. She left, I think. Are you typing? Okay. My question is how to increase Sitiksha for a person in normal life. Can you suggest a few techniques and tips? Yeah, like I told you, that every time, whenever we see, first and foremost, we have to see everything in a bigger picture. If the picture is big, then our tolerance will also automatically increase. Second thing is that I should think that my Bhagwan, my Lord, is helping me to bring out some points, some hidden gems from my personality. And third thing is, we should also see that the great people like Mahatmas or Bhagwan himself, they also had to endure so much. Can you imagine somebody talking bad, Bhagwan, some dhobi talking bad about Bhagwan Ram? Imagine, suppose I am Lord Ram. A dhobi. What is a dhobi in front of a washerman? In front of a king? He's talking bad about my wife. Imagine so much of tolerance we need. He could have gone and just killed him. But then he did not do that. Imagine his tolerance. So even these people had to endure so much. And what am I? And the last point is the Dvandva will be there always. Dvandva means pair of opposites. It will continue to be there. But I have to make my mind, I have to uplift my mind, to raise my mind at a level that I can see both of them unconditionally. These are the 4 or 5 tips that I have to see. And yes, one more thing is I have to increase the thought of tolerance first. Power of tolerance will automatically increase. Thought of tolerance at the level of mind, power of tolerance at the level of the body. So it will automatically increase. So these are the tips and techniques. A bigger picture, the Lord, to see the all the saints or Bhagwan also, their lives also were full of difficulties, but still they had a lot of tolerance. Then we have to live with dvandvas in this life. And fifth is that the power of tolerance, thought of tolerance is more powerful than the power of tolerance. Okay, these are the techniques that we should again and again try to imbibe. Okay, okay, shall we finish it here this time? Again, we will see next week. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om